Referee with Gerard Gauthier and Wayne Bonney, the linesman. Bob Hall sporting a helmet for the first time. I don't remember him wearing one last season.
With what happened to Mike Noeth, a fractured cheekbone, and other injuries to officials, a lot of them are going to do it. We're going to see it more and more.
There's John Van Beesbrook in goal tonight for the New York Rangers. He's a good one, but like the rest of the club, has had his problems coming out of the gate. And Doug Keynes played very well last night down in Hartford. In goal again tonight with Bill Ranford, the backup. Derek, what are you looking for coming out? A lot of emotion in this building.
A lot of emotion, electricity in here tonight, Dave. You know, it was a tremendous gesture on Ray Bork's part to give up 7. I know it touched all of the veterans and the older guys. It's just a great thing on his part. I know Phil appreciates it.
Patrick with the puck up for Nemeth, who's at center, broken up by, and here over the line comes Linsman, set in by Miller. Stopped, Grindstrand trying to move it out, and it's poked away by Duguay all the way down near Doug Keynes. And back for number 77, Raymond Bork. Off for Kluzak. Back for Bork. Bork over the line. Penetrating. Linsman in deep. Drops it in front, and nobody there but Rangers. And a long lead out for Brubaker. He can't get it. Bruins somehow did not develop that properly, as 4 of them broke and had a great chance. Away comes Kluzak. Kluzak flips it in. It's blocked in front, skated off by Patrick. Fine player for the New York Rangers. Good defenseman. He's all alone, and he just clears it in. Bruins changing up, and the Rangers changing up. Out for New York, Podubny is at left wing, beyond at center. Here's nearly a good break over the line. Shot! Oh, just missed. And the rebound is cleared off in the corner. Bruins, Burridge fighting to keep it in, and Greshner skates it out with Dion, broken up from behind by Neely, and it's flipped back in. And jammed up, and a face-off call.
Caught in the trapper of the glove. He really was going to field it, and then he said, "Where's the puck?" Oh my God, I hope it's not behind me.
John Van Beesbrook, the goaltender for the Rangers, the face-off in Ranger territory.
Well, this is the start of a lot of home games here in the month of December. This game is, to me, Derek, maybe I'm overstating it, but an extremely important game because it's going to set the tempo for the month, at least trying to establish the Bruins style of hockey in this building.
You know, you might even say it's more important than the road stretch that they went on and came back victorious. But you got to establish yourself at home in this league to do anything.
O'Dwyer is at center, Middleton on the left, and on the right is Sweeney. Van Beesbrook trying to poke it up. O'Dwyer battling to keep it in. Checked along the boards, and Dion is winding up. Dion clears it around to Tenorti, big Ranger defenseman. The puck out in the center ice, Boston zone. O'Dwyer, quick clear up, and it bounces for Sweeney. Sweeney in deep, trying to cut. Stops, drops it for Middleton. Middleton checks, goes behind the net. O'Dwyer in to get it. O'Dwyer trying to make his play. Drops it for Sweeney. Sweeney trying to get it back. And it's blocked. Cleared out the center ice, covered by Larson, who's on defense with Wesley. Dion is forechecking. Quickly up to Middleton. Middleton to Sweeney. And Sweeney clears it in. Around the boards, John Agrodnik breaks back, fires in the Boston end. The rebound, Peterson. Casper now. Casper trying to come out. A long pass stopped by Agrodnik. Fired back in by Brian Mullen. Around the boards, kept in by the Rangers, intercepted by Casper. He breaks it out. Gets it in the middle to Burridge. Burridge is checked on the play and stopped by Brian Mullen. Agrodnik back. Drives it in the Boston zone again. Rebound, Peterson. Telvin. Up the boards and out. A good break here. Maybe. Patrick beats Crowder to it. And the puck is cleared away to center ice. Covered by Telvin. Back for Kluzak. Up for Casper. Fed in the zone. Crowder going for it. Trying to drop it in front. Can't. Burridge is checked. Puck in front. Cleared out of the zone. Into Boston territory. Racing for it. Kluzak. And he beats Don Maloney to it. Drops it off for number 77. Raymond Bork. For Kluzak. A quick breakout for Burridge. The Bruins want a line change as the puck is cleared in. Ron Greshner winding up for New York. Opening minutes. No score. To Maloney, one of the veterans of the team. Maloney over the line to Nemeth, and the shot was saved by Keynes. First that he's had. Up the center it goes, and Willie Flint back. clearing it in. Around the boards, kept in by Lindsman. He's checked. Carter going for it. And the puck is skated away by Mark Tenorti. Off on the right for Duguay. Duguay clears it in the Boston zone. Winding up Larson for Plett. For Carter. Flipped in. Wide of Van Beesbroek. Overskated by Plett on the play. And Tenorti, the Rangers, able to work it back. And boy, they're just clearing it away on the Bruins. Waiting for an opportunity. Slowing Boston down if they can from the start. Knowing the Bruins would come out with a surge here. Winding up now. It is Jari Grönstrand. Long pass all the way down. A shot on Doug Keens, actually. Taken over by Peterson. No hitting in the game. Rangers like that style. Long shot by Larson from his blue line. Racing in for it. Burridge, he can't get it. And the Rangers work it out. Brubaker taps it over the Boston line, but Peterson knocked it away. Not out of the zone. Puck kept in. Batted around, and Burridge trying to come out with it. Stop. Kept in now by Dahlen. Shot wide. Here's a drive. And a marvelous save on Tenorti by Keens. Tenorti wrapped that one for the opening. Brubaker checking in deep, but very little hitting in the game. That's the Rangers style, except for a Brubaker. Puck cleared out by Peterson now. Biggest stop of the game, Doug Keens on that Tenorti drive. Icing against New York, 5 minutes played. And we'll be back after this message.
Be hustling. Right now the Bruins are outworking them, so consequently you're going to have the better chances, but the hitting, grinding style is more to Boston's liking. I'd see him get that started now.
On the boards, Middleton kicks it free. Dion and O'Dwyer going for it. O'Reilly putting O'Dwyer out, and they move it in front. Sweeney can't get it. And back comes Podubny. He just fires it in the Boston end. That's what the Rangers are doing. Now around the boards, Ray Bourque starts it away, and he is coming hard by Dion. Over the line. Tried to hit O'Dwyer, couldn't do it. Kluzak keeps it in. Kluzak behind the net, trying to drop it in front, blocked, and the puck is cleared out by the Rangers. Ray Bourque winding up. Gets it to Sweeney, breaking in with Middleton. Oh, saved by Van Beesbroek, a beauty. Middleton just kind of tapped it, figuring he had an easy opening, and Van Beesbroek took it away.
Just never got it up. Great play by Bob Sweeney. Ricky Middleton had to drag it a little bit, put a simple pair of hands on it. Nice play by Sweeney, but Middleton tried to get it up. But you got to be very careful there. You get too much on it, it's going to go over the net.
Boy, great anticipation by Van Beesbroek, too. He didn't commit himself too early.
It was the speed in the pass that gave him the opportunity, Dave, to get across the net. And he went onto his backhand. That's all Sweeney could do with it. He went right then as soon as he pulled it over. He made the sliding play across.
Doug Keens, a big save on Tenorti, and Van Beesbroek, a big one on Middleton. No score in the game. Nearing the 6-minute mark of the first period. Lindsman is out with Crowder and Carter. Drive by Wesley blocked. Now taken over by Crowder. He clears it in. Grindstrand chased by Carter. Hit by Carter and knocked down. Carter not very heavy, but he threw his weight around there. Agrodnik. And they're just going for shots from outside the blue line. Then they're rushing in, trying to get it. And they keep it in now. Grönstrand with an interception. Passes now back to Mullen. Mullen's shot blocked. But Crowder can't break out with it. It's batted in and off the glove of Wesley and just went wide of the net. And kept in by Kissio. Around the boards to Agrodnik. A pass in front blocked. Larson trying to move it away. Can't do it. Bruins finally get it out of the zone. It is snapped back in by the Rangers, and Larson winding up. 13:28 left in the first period, no score. Wesley starts it out away from Duguay, flips it in wide, back foot. Petit, he was acquired from Vancouver. A defenseman. At center ice, the puck is batted over the Boston line, controlled by Crowder. Crowder off for Telvin to Raymond Bourque. Up now for Casper. Casper over the line, broken up. And the Rangers take it. Nemeth at center. A lead for Don Maloney. The shot, a save. A rebound, Telvin. Nice stop by Keens coming out challenging Maloney. Duguay fights for an empty. Checked by Casper. And it's picked up by Maloney. Maloney puts it in front. A high pass. Knocked to the boards again. Maloney fighting for it. Telvin in. And Nemeth gets it. Nemeth is checked by Casper. scramble in the corner. Out of it comes Duguay. Duguay on the boards. Check, rolls it in. Shot by Nemeth, misses. Maloney with it. Maloney holding. Drops it off now for Patrick. Back to the point man. Petit hit the post. Oh, what a break for Boston. And the puck out to center ice. Duguay deflecting that one, and the shot from the right side by Petit came that close. Burridge clears it back in wide of Van Beesbroek. 8 minutes played, first period, no score. Best offense of the Rangers in that sequence. Brubaker clearing in now, but the pass to Brubaker is offside. Doug Keens and the post right to the left as it was fired in by Petit.
He gets tipped in front of the net. There's nothing you can do about that.
Boy, Duguay loves to go out and camp out there.
Tell you what, he's so quick. Ron Duguay is very fast, and he does that. He comes from behind the net, circle in front, and tip it on you.
Kluzak on defense with Simonetti. Plett throwing his weight around, and Simonetti keeps it in, wraps it in deep. Going for it, Miller, and Plett around the boards, drops it off. Miller trying to get it behind the net, has it, trying to put it in front, trying to make a play. Plett in the help out. A lot of banging around, and the puck is finally tied up.
See, they have Brubaker out on the ice. Jeff Brubaker, acquired when things got a little rough down in New York, and they needed Mr. Muscle, and Jeff Brubaker got the call. Didn't Michel Bergeron have Brubaker up in Quebec?
Yeah, Brubaker's been with everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. He's their resident fighter.
You know, you got to say to yourself, the New York Rangers, gee, they look quick. The Bruins are matching them stride for stride, but the intensity level that you have to keep up when you don't play a grinding game, a checking game, is awesome. It's just, you have to be flying all the time.
Rangers setting a style here, scoreless game. And for Boston now, Linsman out with Carter on the left, Crowder on the right, Ray Bork and Gord Kluzak. 11:32 left, first period. Face off to the left of Van Beesbroek. Shots are even, 3 apiece. On the boards, Bork with it. Closing, goes behind the net. Stopping, knocked down on the play. There's been no penalties. Crowder keeps it in. Off for Carter. Bork, shot, saved by Van Beesbroek in a screen of players and a lot of jamming in front. Good chance for Raymond Bork.
Great play by John Carter to get it to Ray. Ray carried it in from off the face-off. And a nice play to Carter, and then worked into a hole to get it back.
Boy, Raymond kind of brings back memories of Phil Esposito circling out into that area in the slot, waiting for a return pass. Watch it clear, and Raymond will just step right into the circle.
That's Raymond Bork. That's premier Raymond Bork when he's thinking that way. When you've got full possession in the opponent's end, get into a hole. You don't have to be back necessarily in the blue line all the time. Worked himself just to happen to be a ton of meat in front of that net.
A nice save by Van Beesbroek with all that scrambling going on in front of him. Linsman on the draw to the right of Van Beesbroek. No score. 11:17 left, first period. Back for Kluzak. Cutting. Moves it in front, and it's knocked away. And cleared out the center ice, and Dion checked by, hit hard by Bork as he rolled it in. In the corner. It is kept in by the Rangers. Deblois. Now cleared out. Connecting with Linsman. Break 3-on-2. Looking for Carter. Taps it in out of the air. And the face-off call. He got a shot on shoulder high.
Now, if you batted it in, which wasn't an intentional bat towards the net, if that bounced in, Fred, what's the rule on that?
That's a goal.
Goal.
It's a goal because
Yep.
he bounced it from that.
We all
He never
agreed.
intended to redirect it.
No, he didn't. In fact, John Van Beesbroek had to be pretty sharp because where that puck was and where Carter hit it, Van Beesbroek certainly isn't looking for it at that moment.
Face-off call to the right of Van Beesbroek. 10:54 left in the first period. We're going to have to get you a rule book, Derek.
Well, I'm going to have to check up on that. I'm going to have to check up on that, Fred, whether it is or not.
Yeah, but if Phil
Oh,
has
that's
any-
a goal, sure. If he throws it in his own net, that's a goal.
No, when Carter batted it from the blue line.
See, if
Does
Phil
the
would,
batted puck end up in the net? Is that a goal?
It was the Ranger
if you don't
defenseman.
intentionally bat it in.
Yeah.
It is back Wesley, a quick shot and a save. Van Beesbroek, and there is something to see. Glenn Wesley, a quick wrist shot, and he got it right in there.
That'll end up as such an offensive weapon if he continues to use that wrist shot, getting it away this quick. You're going to find that he doesn't take very much time. Just a little tuck and snap.
Well, that causes a lot of problems. It's not so much that it's going to beat the goaltender that often, but it makes him move and makes him do things with the puck he doesn't want to do.
He doesn't want to move at that point. He wants to get set. He doesn't want to be that far out of the crease with a bouncing puck.
You know, Glenn Wesley, I think, we're best described as a nice player, the kind of player you like to have out there. He's going to be steady. He's going to be a force. He may not be an awesome player that's destined for the Hall of Fame, but he's the kind of player every team would love to have.
Well, I don't think that it's quick to judge him now and say that.
No, you're right, Derek.
You know, that he could possibly be in the Hall of Fame. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he's had a nice, a great start. He's a rookie. Remember, he's only young yet. He's got some tremendous potential.
Did Jerry Gauthier catch a stick?
Larry Ness there, one of the greats in the training game.
Yeah, he's cut. Well, Jerry will have a helmet on next time. There's Bill Ranford. Saw him play a couple of times up in Portland, and looks good. He's trying to work on new technique.
Well, you know, you've got such a quality goaltender in Ranford. To try too many things in technique at his age, you got to say to yourself, well, he learns, okay, the angles, fine, they're fundamentals. Technique, that word scares me. Yeah, you know, he's got tremendous reflexes, got great hands. Just that, you know, he was just starting to second guess himself a little bit, puck going between his legs, so the technique is to eliminate that. Tough thing to do.
O'Dwyer taking a regular shift, wrapped up by Duguay, and the puck is cleared out to center ice. Bill O'Dwyer coming on game by game. And getting a lot of action. Larson wraps it in off Sweeney. It's a bouncing puck. O'Dwyer can't handle it. And the Rangers just clear it away. And when they get to center ice, they just shoot it in. And it is no score. And Tenorti, the defenseman, almost wrapped one home. Great save. And the Bruins back. Middleton over the line with O'Dwyer trying to feed him from the boards. Can't get control of the puck. The Rangers are a non-hitting team, and I don't think that's Michel Bergeron style. Now Larson takes it. Moves it right in front and can't get a shot away. Sweeney is hit. That's the first check thrown in the game. Get that man's number. Kelly Kissio of the New York Rangers. The first one to hit a Bruin.
And he's a foot short of a Barker meter. Not that big, just very game kid. Uh-oh.
A steal. Nemeth. Duguay. A pass in and a save by Doug Keens. And then a shot by Greshner deflected wide by Keens. As the Bruins get careless in their end, and Nemeth keeps it in again. Nemeth gets it back to the point, and it's fired up by Dave Shaw from Maloney behind the net. One of the aggressive players. He's broken up by O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer clearing it out. Down to the Ranger end. Back for Greshner. Icing called. 9:14 left. You're watching Bruins hockey live from Boston Garden on NESN.
I don't know. It doesn't look. I don't think it's going to be a poke check here. He got that off the foot. He might have got the stick
I'd like
on
to
it.
see that again if we have a chance later.
Dion is on the left wing. It is Deblois. Long pass up by Raymond Bourque. Bruins trying to prevent icing. And they just cut the wrong way. Two of them cut in the middle. And
Casper worked very hard to get the body position, you know, on
Grindstrand.
yeah.
That's like the pop-up in baseball where they're both going out saying, I got it, I got it, I got it. And the last second, they both say, you got it. And it falls at their feet.
That's where you're going to say to yourself, natural goal scorer, he will go to the puck regardless. No matter what is happening in the building, no matter who gets tricky, goes to the open puck.
Face off to the right of Keens. 9:04 left. Big line on for New York. Dion pokes it in the corner. And Kluzak trying to come out with Casper. Casper with it. Flips it up. He's broken up. Feed back looking for Dion. He can't get it. Podubny takes a hit from Neely. Ooh, you could hear that one. And it's Casper for Burridge. Burridge over the line, stops, cuts. In deep for Casper. Casper stops and cuts. Trying to get somebody open for Burridge. A quick shot. That's picked off by Van Beesbrook as it was checked on the way in. And Neely wrapped Podubny.
Oh, Walt's a scorer. He's not the kind of guy that likes to mix it up that way. And Cam figured, hey, look, we haven't had a chance to meet. Let me introduce myself.
I haven't played you yet this year. This is how I hit. Now, remember my number. We're both 8s. We'll be back.
Cam almost got 2 for the price of 1. Is that Kissio that saw Cam coming and graciously got out of the way so Podubny wouldn't have any padding? Oh, Dion. He's been around a while.
Marcel been around. He goes, uh-oh, Podubny's going to get hit. I think I'll move.
Yeah. Well, better you than me.
O'Reilly wants some hitting. He's got Platt and Miller out there with Linsman in the middle. Telvin and Peterson. No score in the game. And Brubaker going with Jay Miller.
Boy, Brubaker did a good job of getting rid of his gloves quickly. He was in a position to go while Jay still had a hold of the sweater, but Miller trying to make a late comeback in the late rounds. Brubaker doesn't wear a helmet, which you'll probably regret in a moment.
Well, we got to give that one to Miller again.
Boy, Jay came on after
Jay jockeyed around just for position to get that right hand in there.
We're in the first period with the score of Austin 0 and New York 0.
Greshner and his wife Carol.
Jim Brubaker in the penalty box along with Jay Miller. 5 minutes each for fighting. They lined up beside each other in the face-off. It took a matter of about 2 seconds for them to decide to drop the gloves and go.
And now O'Reilly sends out Carter and Crowder with Linsman. Milder group. And the Rangers break it out. Coming up is Mike Donnelly into center ice. Moving well. Shot deflected high by Telvin. Around the boards, Peterson trying to move it out with Crowder there. Crowder intercepted by Donnelly. Poked in deep. Patrick trying to keep it in. He's knocked down on the play. Back for Telvin. Telvin drops it off for Peterson. Duguay coming in. And it's up for Linsman. A quick clear out. Pressure there by the Rangers. Winding up now is Tenorti. Stopped. Peterson finally works it away to Telvin. Telvin over the line. The pass is knocked away by the Rangers. They're not wasting any time with it. The Rangers have been doing their scoring on power plays, so that's what they're waiting for here. And the Bruins can't crack it up and put a lot of pressure on Van Beesbrook. 7:46 left, first period, no score.
You'll see it'll be such a quick goal, Fred, because you're basically looking at a situation where the Rangers are flying all over the building. The Bruins are skating just as hard. Not much room out there to get a concerted attack going without hitting, without slowing the Rangers up. So that's exactly what they're doing, waiting for that power play so they can move it around.
What do they say? No hits, no runs.
That's it. No hits, no runs, and both teams waiting for the other one to make an error.
That's it. Bill O'Dwyer out in a regular shift for the Boston Bruins with Middleton on the left and Sweeney on the right. Grodnick will move in with Sweeney now.
I think Bill O'Dwyer's earned a regular shift. Playing well, playing very well defensively. They want to try Sweeney on the right side.
Greshner intercepts Wesley. The pass in stopped by Larson. Larson out for Sweeney. Sweeney clears it in the Ranger zone. O'Dwyer going after Greshner. Gets a piece of him. Greshner has the puck up the boards. Grodnick checked. Bruins keep it in. With it, O'Dwyer shot blocked. Rangers get it. And out comes Kissio. And the clear in. That's what they've been doing. Out of the nets. Keens around the boards. Grodnick stops that. Now what for? Behind the net, near the net. They're trying to put it in front. Can't do it. Behind the net. Nobody can get a handle to it. Wesley needs some help. It's poked free finally and goes to Middleton. Middleton a rolling puck in the center ice. O'Dwyer picks it up. Clears in the New York zone. No score in the game. 6:52 left in the first period. And the Rangers started back. Grodnick drives it in wide. Taken by number 77, Raymond Bourque. Burridge away now to Kluzak. Right wing side. Gets by. Duguay is checked. Puck kept in by Neely. Neely for Burridge. Burridge trying to control it. In deep. Bourque. Burridge trying to cut back in front. Blocked. And Bourque at the right point. Able to keep it in. Neely crunched another man down on the ice. It's Petit. Let the Rangers clear it out. And Dion on Petit, and they clear it in the Boston zone. And Bork takes over. For Burridge. Can't set up Casper. Goes in wide of Van Beesbrook. Shots are 7 Boston and 3 for the Rangers. The clear out by the Rangers. Under 6 minutes left in the first period. Not much hitting. And so not much else. In deep. Puck cleared away by the Rangers back in the Boston zone. It is now Platt with it from Linsman. Trying to move it out. Greshner tried to steal. Couldn't do it. Puck cleared in. Taken over by Telvin. He's winding up. All the way across for Peterson. Peterson clears it out. It is stopped at center ice and fed right back in by David Shaw. It's a skating game. That's the way the Rangers want it. They've set the style, and now they keep it in. And move it in front. And a great stop there. Doug Keens sliding across and stopping Podupny with the score. Boston nothing, New York nothing. We'll be back in a minute. Face off now to the right of Keens. Dahlin, D-A-H-L-E-N. Dahlin is at center. On the right wing, Mike Donnelly. On the left wing, Gord Walker. Fourth line here used by Bergeron. Puck is back. Nolly shot wide. The rebound. Patrick trying to get it. Middleton tries the other side. O'Dwyer going for it. Larson popped in the air. Glove down by Sweeney. Fails to move it out. Larson has to go back for it. Dallin before checker. Duguay is on one wing. It's up for Wesley. He clears it out, but Patrick just drives it right back. No score in the game. Long pass across. Larson clears it away. Grandstrand takes over. Very, very scrambly hockey now with absolutely no hitting. Middleton for Larson. Larson clears it in. Icing. And a face-off in the Boston end with 4:21 left in the first period.
Well, all Reed had to do, Fred, was take one more stride, and he had the red line gained.
Bobby Sweeney just hit Petit in the corner there, and I think that check jammed his shoulder a little bit. He's a little upset down there. There's something stuck into him.
Well, so surprised at being hit.
Well, that division doesn't hit very much.
So wait a minute. Didn't you get the memo? No hitting tonight.
Very sociable tonight. We got to play church league hockey. No sticks above your shoulders, no body contact, and no slap shots.
Boy, kind of scrambly, too, at times.
It happens when you want to do that. You want to play a passing game, and you're skating fast.
Kissio on the draw, and it's back to Cusack. Cusack checked by Kissio. Grodnick is on the wing, and Mullen at the right side. Rangers keep it in. Mullen, a shot just blocked by Bork, goes behind the net. Bork pokes it free. He started a couple of sorties, gets it up to Burridge. Burridge off for Kluzak. Kluzak over the line. And undecided what to do with it. Now he clears it in the corner. Burridge trying to get it back to him. Intercepted by the Rangers. McGrodnick for Kissio. Just clears it in softly on Keens. And around the boards, it's a battle for it. Mullen trying to get it. And back at the point, it rolls out to center ice. With it, Burridge. Burridge over the line. Drops it for Neely. Neely broken up on the play. Battles to keep it in. Can't. And it's back to Michael Telvin. And the hockey is not of the Derek Sanderson, Bobby Orr, Phil Esposito era by any manner of means now.
Oh,
Nemeth hit by Crowder. Here comes Duguay flashing. He's broken up by Peterson. And it's back up for Carter. Carter over the line with Crowder. Stops and cuts. Runs into the official. Gets it in deep for Crowder. Crowder for Carter. Shot. And it trickles in. Van Beesbrook ties it up. With the score, Boston nothing, New York nothing. We'll be back in a minute. Well, you're a good team if you can play any style. And the Bruins are forced to a different style tonight, right? Skate.
Well, the thing is, you'd like the Bruins to force the Rangers to play their style. Start knocking them down and start hitting them.
You know, I mean, I've heard guys after a game, Derek, say, well, they didn't want to hit, so we couldn't get into the hitting game. Why not take it to them?
No,
Make them hit.
The thing is, if you're moving fast, it's tough to hit something that's moving quick.
Just got to carry out your checks. Stay with you, people.
Yeah,
there have been no penalties. Duguay clears it out. It's stopped by Telvin. His pass intercepted by Shaw. Flipped back in. Telvin winding up behind the net. Takes a hit from Duguay and is knocked down on the puck. And ties it up for a face-off in the Boston end with 2:36 left in the first period. The shots are 7 Boston, 4 for the Rangers.
You know, I can see you get out on the road, Derek, this Bruin club, and you get into the bigger building and say, all right, more bigger ice surface. It's hard to get into a hitting game, especially against a skating team. But in this building, you've got to make the opponent play your game. They don't want to come in and be hit. So you have to almost take it just one step further and force the body to be taken in this game.
You do, and what you're going to, the transition you're going to have to make here is very peaked emotionally. You know, an emotional thing. You know, teammate gave up a number, and Esposito was honored, and you're really pumped up. The fans are into it early, pumps the guys up, and they're out there thinking skating and thinking scoring. Haven't really got to thinking about hitting yet. I'm quite sure they'll come out after this period's over.
Dion against O'Dwyer. Terry O'Reilly giving O'Dwyer regular play. He's a checking forward. He's on against the big line. Deblois on the right. And on the left, it is Podubny. Greshner and Patrick for the Rangers. Sweeney in to take the face-off now against Dion. And it's back for Raymond Bourque, wearing number 77. He gave up his number 7 officially to Phil Esposito, and that number was retired. Kluzak works it out to center ice, stopped by Dion. He snaps it back in. Winding up is Bourque. Way to Kluzak. Kluzak clears it in. O'Dwyer hustles in, gets it. Drops it in front. Sweeney is shot and a save by Van Beesbrook, and that was it, the best chance. Next to Middleton's earlier. O'Dwyer setting up Sweeney. It would have been an all-Boston College combination. Back now comes O'Dwyer. A clear in for Middleton too far. And Beesbrook trying to knock it away. Bourque steals, moves it in, stops, cuts, holding now. In front, and it's kicked away by Van Beesbrook. Rolls back, left point. Quick wrist shot by Wesley. Very high, though. The long rebound. Sweeney wraps it in deep. Patrick takes over. 1:40 left first period. No score. Patrick just clears it out. Goes into the stands. And the face-off called. 1:36 left in the first period. And Sweeney had the setup from Bill O'Dwyer.
Great play on O'Dwyer's part. Just jumped into the open end of the building. Made a nice just turnaround pass out to Sweeney. Sweeney snapped it, got good wood on it. I don't know if it got to Van Beesbrook with the authority. It might have hit the defenseman's leg a little bit.
Hockey is a contact sport.
Yes, it
There's
is.
been very little here tonight.
That's pretty sociable. Let's everybody see how fast we can skate. You'll find that it's more entertaining than hitting.
Ogrodnik trying to break. He's stopped by Larson. Follow-up, and Ogrodnik has it over the line. Drops it off. And going for it, Kissio. Kissio checked by Wesley. Atlas. Bruins. Casper gets it. Around the other side, Burridge. Stopped by Petit. Burridge went down. Shake it up maybe on the other side. Wesley up the boards. Neely trying to put it out. Can't. Bronspan kept it in. Now Neely gets possession. Winds up behind the net. Trying to get away from Ogrodnik. And he's hooked by Ogrodnik, who is going out. Holding on Ogrodnik. The first power play of the game goes to Boston. Bob Hall calling it here. Ogrodnik out for holding Neely.
You're going to find Neely's going to, he figures he can shade him off with the net and cut for the front of the up ice, but he's just going to hold on to Neely. Pretty harmless hold, really.
Pretty mild.
Yeah, pretty mild hold. He looked for that one.
And the Bruins better capitalize on it. The Rangers have been doing their scoring
Well,
on
they have
power plays.
Podubny and Dion, and they can move the puck so well on the power play, Fred.
And the Bruins have 1:02 left in the period. No score in the game. Bourque and Kluzak are on up front. It is Casper on the left wing, Sweeney on the right wing, Neely. Out comes Bourque. Clears it in around the boards. Down Maloney going for it. He's checked. Casper back to Bourque. Shot. Save Van Beesbrook, and no rebound for Neely right there.
Neely just missed that original shot. He tried to tip it down onto the ice and he missed it, and then the rebound was smothered a little bit too high. Great shot by Ray Bourque. Neely's there. He wants it now. He's going to try to tip it just a little bit too high, and he missed it.
Nobody laid a finger on Cam Neely.
Oh, no, you don't know. You're not going to find too many people are going to lay a finger on Cam Neely.
Somebody's got to move. Look at this. So gentle.
Certainly not at playoff hockey.
Over to Kluzak from Bourque. In. Neely holding. Back for Kluzak. Now to Bourque. Bourque closing. In. Shot. Save. Oh, Neely didn't get good wood on it. Great play by Bourque. Faked the shot. Passed in. 24 seconds left in the period. And the Rangers, Petit skates it out with Duguay. And the play called for an offside. Why he didn't call a delay there,
I don't know.
Out a quick whistle, and that, of course, his favorite helps the Rangers. Usually they wait to see what happens.
Bruins are in control of it. There wasn't really any need to blow it. But, you know, he anticipated maybe a hitting the leg and going right to a Ranger player for a quick shot, so they call it.
And 16 seconds left in the period. Boston 10 shots, the Rangers with 4. The Bruins are on a power play. Have to get it going quickly here. Over the line comes Burridge. Burridge on Patrick going in. Try to put it in front. He can't do it. Patrick kept riding him off in the corner. And Patrick fires a long one all the way down on Doug Keynes, and that will do it in the period. And that's listed as a shot for the Rangers by Patrick from deep in his zone. And the shots are 10 Boston and 5 for the New York Rangers. At the end of the first period, the score of Boston nothing and New York nothing. We'll be back with intermission highlights in a moment. Highlights, but no highlights in that first period, Derek.
Tell you, Fred, we searched. There's a couple of broken plays that might have been. You could have picked something up to illustrate to the youngsters out there positional hockey, but there's nothing that blatantly wrong or that excellent. That good play, it just wasn't there. Everybody playing pretty fundamental skating game.
Bruins start with a power play, 57 seconds left. The first power play of the game. Bruins couldn't make it pay off late in that first period. Duguay hustling down, hair flying around, still without a helmet. Bruins break it out. Casper for Bourque. Off on the right for Larson. Wrapped in. Bruins Neely, Sweeney, and at the point, Bourque able to keep it in, pops it up, locked. Now Casper with it. Casper holding. Back for Bourque. Bourque along for Larson. Larson drives it in wide. Neely trying to put it in front. Can't. Neely on the boards. Casper on the boards. Patrick checks it. Maloney there. Maloney just grabs it with his left hand and gets it.
An awful lot of that going on these days, fella. You know, clutching the puck. I mean, actually closing your hand on it and redirecting it. You know, an open palmed glove, one direction or another was acceptable years ago, but today they seem to let the defenseman pick it out of the air, catch it, and throw it in front of them, and away you go.
Right now, 17 seconds left on the Boston power play. No score in the game. We're just underway in the second period. Kluzak out now with Bourque moving over to the right point position. Casper checking the clock. He has Neely and Sweeney on the wings, and the face-off to the right of Van Beesbrook. Hall over to the penalty timekeeper for some reason. Now we're back ready to go. Shaw and Greshner on defense, and up front Nemeth. Steve Nemeth, Nemeth. I suggested he change that to N.A. Joe Namath.
Joe Namath, Broadway Joe, got famous.
Could be Broadway Steve, but it's
Broadway
Nemeth.
Steve. The address book goes with the Namath. You know.
Nemeth on the draw with Casper. Nemeth wins it. Greshner taps it around. It's Bork battles to keep it in. Lost his stick. The puck behind the net. Kicked around the boards. Kluzak keeps it in. Now in deep to Casper. Back for Kluzak. A shot. And it's blocked on the short side. Neely keeps it in. Full strength, the Rangers. Sweeney is spilled in front trying to go for the puck, and Greshner skates it out. Gets it for a Grodnik. Now across, and a quick shot. A great save by Keynes on that one on Nemeth. In alone, right on him. Back comes Neely. A hard drive, and it's blocked. Knocked back out. Too many men on the ice, I believe, is the signal from Hall, and a penalty against the Bruins. A power play for New York.
You could see that coming, Fred.
Well, there hasn't been one of those around here for a while. I thought Nemeth could do a lot more with that opportunity he had, Derek.
Bouncing puck. He was rolling. He was looking for Doug to make a move. He made a move. He'd have snapped it somewhere. He was very prepared. What he elected to do was to just wait for Keynes to make a move. He didn't. He had nothing left. He just shot it out of frustration.
He should have just tried to flatten it out and look to make a play.
Dump it in front.
Yeah.
To redirect it in front. And whether it's picked up or not, it's much better than getting smothered in a goaltender's pads.
Well, this will be fun now. The Rangers like to set up with a man out in front to try to attract a defenseman and sit Dion on either side of the post.
Well, Marcel Dion has been doing this for years. He's got 1 million points.
My guess is Podubny or maybe Deblua. Deblua would probably be a more likely candidate to park himself out in front, try to occupy a defenseman, and let Dion sit there looking for the loose puck.
New York ranks number 4 in the league in power plays, and they're setting up their first opportunity here in a scoreless game as the Bruins are called for too many men on the ice, and Jay Miller is going to serve it.
I can think of only one thing that's more outdated than the $2 bill. That's the New York Ranger media guide. Most of the guys that were here 2 months ago in the book aren't here on the team anymore.
Should make it with loose leaf pages.
Yeah, so you can put him in and take him out.
Here's Patrick going deep, put it in front, locked, and Middleton able to clear it out. And Linsman trying to go on, and he has it. He's over the line, and coming up is Wesley. Holds, gives it to Middleton. The shot, the save by Van Beesbrook. A shorthanded bid by Boston. Linsman setting up the play. Linsman a wrap on Podubny. And Shaw drives it in around the boards. Bruins break it out. Here's Linsman coming. On Shaw. Drops it for Wesley. His play is score by Larson. Larson, short-handed from Wesley, and Linsman as Wesley fanned on a shot.
What a heads-up play by Reed Larson. That puck was dumped by Kenny Linsman with a soft pair of hands with a counter spin on it. That puck was spinning so much. It has to come off Wesley's stick as he handles it. Spins off the heel. Watch this play by Kenny Linsman. He cuts it. Now it's really spinning. It just spun off the blade of the stick. Reed Larson walked in. A little howdy-do.
Well, it's just like you practice and pre-skate after the horn.
I love those. They don't happen very often.
Tell the organ player to start playing.
Three or four in a career.
1-0 Boston. Reed Larson from Wesley and Linsman. Still the power play for New York. Broken up by Raymond Burke. And the Bruins try to break it. Couldn't do it. And Kluzak with it. And an offside is called, and a face-off is outside the line. Larson from Wesley and Linsman. A short-handed goal.
I'll tell you what, Fred. The New York Ranger point men are going to be awfully tentative for a little bit now after getting burned like that. You can pressure them now and maybe make them cough it up.
See that cut on that overspin? And the Bruins got the break, but the overspin never even hit Wesley's skate to stay there. That's what you call getting the breaks. The puck bouncing for you.
What about Larson's finish, though? That was a beauty.
Oh, yeah. You got a flat-footed Van Beesbrook and a guy that can handle a puck like Larson.
Still a power play for New York. 58 seconds left. The Bruins lead 1-0. Kluzak able to clear it out. And Kissio with it for New York. To Grodnik. He's checked by Kluzak. Bruins batted around the neutral zone. Now Shaw will start it for New York. Off for Kissio. He has trouble handling it. Gets it away to Grodnick. Open on the right side, over the line, back for Kissio, checked. Bruins trying to come out with it, and Burridge does. Burridge moving with Casper. Casper over the line, clears it all the way across. I tell you, the Bruins have had more shots than the Rangers shorthanded. Shaw coming out. 18 seconds on the New York power play. Clear in wide. Going for it, Telvin. Wraps it right out. That'll just about do it on the Rangers power play, and the Bruins had 2 scoring bids, Rick Middleton and Larson. Larson's paid off. 1-0 Boston. Grodnick back. Shot. Save Keens. He put that one on. Bruins clear it out. Will be icing. 16:30 left in the second period. With the score, Boston 1, New York 0. We'll be back in a moment. Laboring on?
No, I wasn't laboring on it. I mean, I was taking it. I talked to Orb. I was talking to Bobby before the game, and he said, "Wonder what the Bruins' record is since Larson's been back. The defense is playing, you know, a lot more aggressive." Well, it's 9-4-0.
Don Maloney keeps it in now. Back for it, Telvin. Telvin trying to put it up the middle. Couldn't do it. Knocked out of the zone now, accidentally, by the Rangers. Shaw plays it back, stopped by Peterson. Taking over Shaw in his zone. Up for Greshner. He's checked on the play by Crowder, but it bounces for Shaw. The clear out. Duguay ahead of Peterson. Hauled down by Peterson. They let it go. But 4 in the Boston zone. Duguay drops it back for Patrick. Patrick a shot. It's blocked by Jay Miller, and that hurt. And Peterson clears it away. Will be icing. Suddenly the Bruins were back in their heels then, and now a fight over at the bench. And this is the big defenseman for New York, Mark Tinordi. And a Bruin.
I think it's Keith Crowder. Kenny Linsman, for some reason, started bumping with him. I don't know if Tinordi got caught over there as the Bruins were in the midst of a line change, or whether he did something in the Bruin end before the puck was cleared that might have gotten a few guys upset. Linsman bumped into him, and that's when Keith said, "Wait a minute here, you're more my size. I'll step in. You mind if I cut in?"
I'll have this next dance.
I mean, you look at this roster, and Phil has gone out and made some deals and put together a team of Holtz, Waltz, and Gourds. half these guys probably hadn't seen New York before the season began, let alone played in New York.
Yeah, I know. You get that many bodies in the dressing room with the turnstile at the door. It's tough to be secure in your position there. I mean, you're looking to go any day. Don't buy a house. You know, they tell you to buy a house. Forget about it.
But, you know, in defense of Phil, I mean, he's been criticized for making all these moves. But, I mean, I don't like GMs that say, well, I don't want to deal the future away. I don't want to deal the future away. You're always waiting for the future. You know, you're holding on to it, but as soon as they get there, now you're still waiting for the future down the road.
Yeah.
I like to see a GM make some moves and try to get it done now. I mean, what the heck, you never won anything by standing pat.
No, and he knew he didn't have a hockey club that could win, so he had to make an aggressive display with the trades, and hopefully, I hope they worked out.
On a power play, New York finds Ray Bourque clearing it out, wearing number 77. He gave up his 7, officially retired. Patrick lost it. Van Beesbroek had to make a save as Burridge is down, hustling. Bruins played very well and scored on their last shorthanded situation. Power play for New York ranks number 4 in the league. As the Rangers, Patrick and Dion break it out, and Dion is hit by Casper. Bumped off the puck, and Casper gets it. Boy, Steve just went right into him, and Bourque takes over. Bourque drives it out to center ice. Rangers regrouping. Dion. Brandstein. Podupny. Over the line for Deblois, and the play is called offside.
There we have Phil up there with his lovely daughter, enjoying the game.
Boy, what a great night.
Enjoying the game? I doubt it.
Well, you gotta be.
Not that they're behind 1-0, but they're so listless. Around the boards, this is what they wait for, a power play, and Shaw fires one, and saved from the blue line by Keens, kept in by Kissio. Kissio puts it in front, blocked. And with it, Middleton. Middleton skates it out. The former New York Ranger, would you believe? Back comes New York, a lead for Kissio, and Kissio is in. And a save by Keynes, and Kissio turns the net and puts it in. Kissio, a power play goal to tie it up for the Rangers.
Well, Dougie made the stop, but the rebound came right back out on Kelly Kissio's stick. He wheeled the net, and there was no one there to pick him up, Derek.
That's Phil cheering. Way to go. But at this point, you know, you got a great save by Keynes, but he loses his balance. He was looking to think Kissio was going to go short side on him. Now he's gone off his feet. Can't get back. Didn't have much room. Didn't wait very long to get in front of the net to slide it in.
Got to give Kissio credit. He stayed right with it. He had the presence of mind to come right back out and give it a shot. Bruin defense a little slow getting back down, though, to cover up.
Well, the thing is, if you're coming back to cover up and you're race back and you leave your man, he goes behind the net and throws it out to the man you just left. There is a kind of a tentative speed where you just don't race back like that, anticipating he would do that. Very often, you want to stay with your man to make sure the pass doesn't beat you.
It's some tough luck for Doug Keynes. He tries to beat Yzerman to a puck to clear it. Gets to it first, but clears it off of Yzerman. And it results in a goal. Neary makes the save on Kissio, but the rebound comes right back on Kelly's stick, and he bangs it home.
I'd like to see the Bruins goaltender stay in the net a little more often, not go out and field so many pucks. Jerry Cheevers was excellent at it. Johnny Bauer with the old Toronto Maple Leafs was great with handling the puck. Mike Liud is, but...
Grandstand fires it in around the boards. Teams are at full strength. Miller clears it out to the Ranger zone. A race here. Neely going at Grandstand. Can't get it. And Maloney back to work it out of the zone. At center ice, Maloney picks it up. Checked on the play. And Neely starts back. Neely trying to break with it. Linsman overskates it. A holding call on New York. Patrick is going out. And a power play Boston. And you're watching Bruins hockey live from Boston Garden on NESN.
Holding penalty coming up at 6:07.
It's a second penalty called against the Rangers for impeding Cam Neely somehow.
That time I think he grabbed a hold of Kenny Linsman's stick, Turk, as Kenny was trying to break through to the puck.
Oh, that's what they're going to call it for?
Yeah, holding the stick. I think so.
Telvin breaks. Power play. A lead for Sweeney. Sweeney hustles into the corner behind the net. Shovels it off for Casper. Casper back for Larson. For Casper again. Puts it on net. And a save by Van Beesbroek. The rebound. Telvin pokes it in near the net. Van Beesbroek losing in the corner to Neely. Neely gets it back. Sweeney in now for Casper. Back for Telvin. For Larson. Shot. Deflected in. Saved by Van Beesbroek. Taken by Deblois in the corner. Gets a whistle just as the Bruins nearly got it free.
First, Deblois drags it under with the glove.
Little quick with the whistle.
Yeah, then Cam takes the trouble to dig it out. Then the whistle. Terry's a little concerned. A good power play, good movement. He's right. Good movement that time on that particular shift. Would have liked to have seen Michael Telvin unload that shot rather than making that extra pass. Too many passes.
Well, I'll tell you what you want to do. You want to set up the shot with somebody in front of the net for the rebound. If none of the Bruins have moved to the front of the net, cancel the shot from the point. It's going to actually do nothing. You want to set the shot up from the point with some bodies in front of the net that can field a rebound. You're not going to score from 60 feet out very often in this league.
Linsman is out with Middleton and Burridge. Bourque and Kluzak face out to the left of Van Beesbroek. 1-1 the score. 13:06 left, second period. Duguay. Linsman, the draw to Bourque. Chased by Maloney. Goes deep. For Linsman. Linsman holding. Now for Kluzak. Off for Linsman. Can't hang on to it. Had a good setup cutting in. Bourque trying to keep it in, and it's broken up. Kluzak back. Over the line in deep. Drops it for Linsman. Linsman holding. Behind the net for Middleton. Trying to put it in front. Couldn't. Pokes it behind the net for Burridge. Burridge wheeling. Off in the corner. Holding. Power play Boston. Back for Bourque. Up for Burridge. In for Linsman. Linsman trying to put it in front. Blocked. And Maloney taps it out. And Shaw rushes, shoots, and a save by Keynes. Loose puck is picked up in front, and almost converting on that one was Brubaker. Just Nemeth, rather. He's forechecking, tying up the Bruins. Bruins get it to center ice, but it is broken up there by Tenorti. 9 seconds left on the power play. Rangers have a power play goal. The Bruins a short-handed goal. Middleton over the line. Middleton trying to move it in front for O'Dwyer. It's a shot on Van Beesbroek, and he makes the save. With the score of Boston 1 and New York 1, let's pause for this message. Pierre LaRouche is out, Jaron Erickson, Jim Pavis, Thomas Sandstrom. The Bruins have had their full share. O'Dwyer is out with Plett and Miller. The draw right back to Wesley. Wesley clears it in deep. Plett going for it with Greshner, and Miller battling for it. And it bounces to Van Beesbroek at the crease, and he ties it up for a face-off again. 11:43 left in the second period. 1-1 the score. Larson a shorthanded goal from Linsman and Wesley, and Kissio from Greshner tying it up in a power play for the Rangers. O'Dwyer has been out virtually every time against Dion, the big line. Greshner in deep, O'Dwyer battling, and the Rangers started back. In the center ice comes Patrick, moving on Wesley. Broken up by Wesley, the puck kept in by the Rangers. Rail back to Patrick, a shot, a save, the rebound. Flipped up and blocked by Keynes as Mike Donnelly had a wide open net up above Keynes, but he couldn't lift it.
Oh, Dougie's living right. He went down, and I think he went down a little bit too early, Derek. He left the net wide open. He couldn't get back up again.
What you're going to see, he had to go down. What he did, Billy O'Dwyer had Marcel Dion, but Marcel Dion's stick a little bit free. Dougie now struggling to get back up, and he fluffed it.
Oh.
Hits the top of his foot, rolls down in between his legs.
Thank you, hockey lord.
Yes.
There must be a hockey god here.
Because there was an opportunity. He was going up top with it. Doug just elected to...
Oh, it was like going up a greased mountain for Doug trying to get up grease that time.
It is.
Every time he'd go to make a step and plant his foot, it got worse.
1-1 the score. Kissio checked the puck. Goes around for Crowder, fails to move it out. Kept in now by Tenorti. A battle on the boards. And at center ice, Kissio winding up. Flipping back in. 1-1 the score, 9 minutes played. Around the boards, stopped and fired across by Mullen. Flicks away to Crowder. Crowder to Carter. Carter straight ahead. Can't get a handle to it. Finally does, and it's wide. And he just went straight up. Now it's Wesley back for a shot. He missed. Went for a slap shot and missed wide. And the puck batted around in the zone, kept in by Telvin for Sweeney. Sweeney to Telvin. Shot blocked by Van Beesbroek. Penalty on New York. As winding up in the net was Carter, and Tenorti is out.
Tenorti just popped Johnny Carter here. Heads up play by Michael Telvin to drop that really hard short pass.
A couple of good plays. One at the line, another one when Sweeney fanned in the pass you're talking about to Telvin. Boy, that's bang, bang. I mean, either you're ready or you're not.
Stick on the ice, you're ready.
Tenorti gets an interference call. 9:21. That gives the Bruins another power play opportunity. Their power play so far tonight, they've had bits and spurts of looking good with the power play.
Right here, Carter getting popped at the top of your left top of your screen there.
John said, boy, great to be back in the NHL.
Draw back to Bork wearing number 77. He gave up 7. Officially retired for Phil Esposito. Kluzak to Bork. Cross for Casper. Casper blocked by Grandstrand. The puck back in front. Knocked away by Duguay. Duguay carries over the Boston line. Drops it for Patrick. He's broken up. And a breakaway by Casper. Casper coming. Gets it away to Linsman. The shot missed the net. Oh, what a beautiful setup that was. Neely is flattened in the corner. Comes out with the puck. Slides it back for Bork. Bork's shot deflected by Maloney into the stands.
Right idea. Kenny Linsman right along the ice, low, but he missed the goal. Nice setup. And a beautiful pass from Neely back to Ray Bork. He fought off the defenseman's stick and still got the pass flat for Bork.
Here's a great play from Casper, who saw Linsman the whole way. Doesn't really have much to shoot at. Van Beesbrook pretty well out of the net to shut him off. It wasn't skating hard, but Casper picked him up all the way. Very heads-up play by Casper.
This kid, he looked like he had his head down and didn't see Van Beesbrook come out and shut down that short side.
Well, when Kenny first looked, he saw that side open. Van Beesbrook anticipated that, and then in his wind-up, moved left, shut it off.
It's easy from up here, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You saw it perfectly.
Oh, yeah. And with the help of the replay, right?
Right.
Drawn to Bork, over to Kluzak. Kluzak, a shot tipped by Sweeney and a went wide of the net. Fought for in the corner. Burridge there. Sweeney. They get it to Middleton behind the net. Drops it in front. And it rolls back near the line. Kept in by Kluzak. Across for Bork. They've switched point positions. Kluzak holding. For Bork again. Now in for Sweeney. Sweeney wheeling. Holding. Back to Bork. Up for Sweeney. Here's check. 54 seconds left. Shot by Bork is wide. Burridge hauled down, kept in by Sweeney behind the net. Off for Bork, left point. In for Burridge. Burridge back for Kluzak. Shot. Save Van Beesbrook, and he hangs on.
Oh, that was a bullet that John Van Beesbrook just took down. A hard drive by Kluzak.
That's pretty effective power play. They're moving it pretty good. Ray Bork is just playing well. It's tremendous tonight. He's all over the building. He switched off there with Kluzak. They passed it back and forth to one another. Just no one got the stick on the shot.
How about the pass by Middleton from behind the net right through the crease? Unfortunately, so much traffic, Bob Sweeney couldn't pick it up. But that was a nifty special. That's the kind of pass he's made throughout his career.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. It's in the net if Sweeney gets it.
37 seconds left on the power play. Casper out with Linsman and Neely. Puck back at the line, and Duguay able to clear it out. Larson, he has the Boston goal. Trying to start the play, but the Rangers forecheck it very well. Linsman now for Larson. Larson hauled down by Duguay. And Telvin winding up. 14 seconds left on the power play. Telvin up for Larson. Clears it in. 1-1 the score. Bounces for Duguay, and he clears it away. Back to cover Larson. The Rangers are at full strength. Still 1-1. Podubny steals center ice over the line. Drives, deflected wide, bounces in front, knocked away by Linsman. A race for it. Van Beesbrook out, nearly going for him. And it's knocked out of the zone and back in by O'Dwyer. And with the score, Boston 1, New York 1. Bruins hockey will be right back. Face-off just outside the Ranger line. 1-1 the score, 8:20 left, second period. 18 shots for Boston, 11 for New York. Kissio, a power play goal, tied it up after Larson scored a shorthanded goal for Boston, with assists going to Wesley and to Linsman. Rangers clear it. Back goes Bork. They wave off icing. Forechecking is Podubny. It's away to Kluzak. Up in the center ice, connecting with Carter. Carter breaking over the line. Has a trailer, doesn't see him. Middleton. Van Beesbrook out. Stop. Middleton with. Trying to put it in front for Bork. Couldn't get the handle to get the shot away. And breaking is Podubny. A lead stopped by O'Dwyer. That intended for Dion. And around the other side, Carter able to clear it away. Back for it goes Patrick. 1-1 the score. Bruins change up. Patrick winding up. Almost lost it at the Boston line. It is offside Brian Mullen there. 7:22 left. 1-1 the score. Second period.
James Patrick, good-looking defenseman for the New York Rangers. I like the way he skates, the way he plays. He can move. Got good size.
He carries a lot of the offensive burden for them, too.
John Van Beesbrook, he is not a mild-mannered goaltender. John Carter bumps in. Whoops. Geez, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring that down on you like that.
He got away with that?
Yeah, he did.
For Boston, the line is Linsman, Miller on the left, and Crowder on the right. We're tied at 1. Wesley and Larson, the Boston defense. Larson, a shot saved by Van Beesbroek. Patrick takes a hit from Crowder, trying to clear it out. Bruins, Linsman kept it in, intercepted. Now breaking out is Brian Mullen. Rolls it in on Keynes, leaves it for Wesley. Wesley up for Miller. Miller connects with Crowder, and Linsman is offside on the play. You play the lottery, Derek? Dave?
Yeah.
Got some numbers for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 15.
Retired numbers of the Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
Well, you can't
just
slip
drop
anything
one of
by
them.
him.
Fred, if you drop the one you want, I would drop the one that would win. So
You got to drop one of those low ones. They can't all be low.
Yeah.
There they are.
now they say you've got just as many chances as you play 1 through 6. They usually jump
Magnificent 7.
7 minutes left. Second period, 1-1 the score. At the Boston line, it is a Gradnick, Larson battling over the line on the boards. Crowder back to help out. Puck goes to Wesley. Wesley clearing it around and not out. Kept in. Mullen shot. Kick out save by Keynes and breaking. Crowder to Linsman on the move. Linsman over the line. Trying to pop it through to Miller. Can't do it. The Rangers back. Kissio coming on Peterson. Looks for help. And he's flattened by Crowder. And falls on the puck on a face-off call.
You know, between the Bruins and the Celtics, 22 numbers have been retired.
Imagine how much talent there's been in this
Whoa.
Boston Garden displayed by those two teams.
I mean, you go into any other building in this country, you might have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 out in L.A., combined hockey and basketball, but 22. Wow,
That's tough.
a lot of numbers.
I mean, that's some serious championships.
Uncle Milty.
1-1 the score. 6:26 left. We're in the second period. In the Boston zone, Talbot breaks it out. Off of Burridge. Not a good pass. But they work it in. Talbot backhands it deep. Ronstadt plays it around the boards. Neely battling to keep it in. A bouncing puck. Out of it comes Neely. Neely trying to make a play. They get it back for Peterson. The shot. He missed the net. The long rebound is for Deblois. Deblois gets it away to Dallin. And deep go the Rangers. Turnaround shot by Donnelly, intercepted by Telvin. Telvin up for Neely. He can't get it. Winding up is Donnelly again. Some open ice. He's over the line, and his shot caught by Keynes, and Peterson caught him. Flattened Donnelly. Good hit. Out comes Neely. 1-1 the score. Neely works it over the line. Gets it off for Casper. Casper trying to cut in. Put it in front. Block. Shot by Neely. Save. Another shot over the net by Casper as he was right in front of the backhander. Behind the net. Casper fighting for it. Burridge keeps it in with Neely. Neely for Casper. Casper trying to make the play. Checked by Patrick. Rangers can't clear it out. It is Neely checking the puck on Greshner. Now they get it to Duguay on the other side, and he skates it out. Gets it away to Patrick on the move. Broken up. Play offside. With a break in the action, let's pause for this message.
There's some serious opportunities coming up for the Bruins here. Stevie Casper, his pass gets deflected right here. Now Neely gets a piece of wood on it. Van Beesbroek saves it. Still in the open. Casper just rifles it over the top of the crossbar. Great little flurry that was.
Stevie had the right idea. A lot of traffic down along the ice. He had to get that one up if he had any chance.
Bork away to Middleton. Middleton clears it in, going for it. Sweeney playing right wing. O'Dwyer has been assigned Dion. O'Dwyer has it behind the net. Puts it in front. Block. Now gets it again. O'Dwyer in the corner. Wheeling. Back for Bork. Bork fires high off the shoulder of Van Beesbroek. Goes Sweeney. Middleton on the boards. Kluzak wraps it in for O'Dwyer. Gets it back. Too deep. Wheels around in the zone. Is ridden off by Dion. Fights Dion for it. Lost his stick in the process. Kicks it in deep. Grandstrand is checked. Bruins pressure. Middleton now loses to Deblois. Fights Deblois, beats him to it, gets it to Sweeney. Sweeney on the boards, trying to make the play off the boards. Fires and missed. Kept in now by Wesley. Wesley moving in. Shot, and it is blocked. Loose, and the Rangers break it out. Podubny coming up on Larson. Drops it off for Deblois. Drops it off for Patrick, and he missed the net. Oh, great chance there for Patrick. Bruins a good chance. Lindsman over the line. Stop in deep. Crowder going after it. 1-1 the score. Crowder gets it. Miller. Shot blocked. Miller in the corner. Battling. Is checked. Crowder in to get it. Crowder cuts it in front. Penalty on New York. Holding again. I believe it's on New York.
I think they may have called Kenny Lindsman.
Kenny Lindsman a little upset. You know, this is not a bad hockey game. There's some heavy skating out there. There's some flying.
And the hitting's picking up.
Yeah.
Boy, Keith Crowder and Jay Miller, Derek, just a little bit too close to make this work.
Right there when you're holding the stick like that. Kenny Lindsman, it's a little too obvious.
New York with a power play, and their goal came in a power play by Kissio. Pretty much an individual effort, but it came on the power play, and the Boston score came shorthanded by Reed Larson. 3:15 left in the second period. The Rangers wait for chances like this. As over the line. In the corner, Dahlen. Dahlen on the right wing side. Back for Patrick for Dahlen. Casper watching him. Dahlen moves it in, trying to give and go here. Kissio back to Patrick. Now to Kissio, trying to get the Bruins out of the box. Now it's on Grodnick. He's checked. But he gets it in. Kissio works it in front. Just checked. Batted in wide. Grodnick a shot blocked. Oh! And the Rangers keep it in. Big save with Keens down on the ice. Grodnick keeps it in now. Wheeling in the zone for a puck deflected in the corner. It hit the official, and that hurt Boston. Can't move it out yet. Larson finally able to clear it out. 54 seconds left. Some pressure by New York. Big stop by Keens. And Greshner gets it back. Up for Deblois. Blocked for Bork. Bork has two Rangers on him. Gets it to Kluzak. Kluzak for Middleton. And a breakout here. 2-on-1. Shorthanded. O'Dwyer with him. O'Dwyer got it back. Bork had the puck hop over his net with an open net. And back on the Rangers. Podubny. Dion, quick shot, missed. Banged away. Bruins almost with a shorthanded goal there. Bork clears it out. 20 seconds left on the Ranger power play. It hopped over his stick. Van Beesbrook was out of position on the O'Dwyer pass. Or Bork would have just fired that home. Middleton breaks it up now. Over the Ranger line. Moving right in. Straight ahead. Hold down. No penalty.
What are you going to do?
Oh,
Great effort by Ricky Middleton.
Something else.
Protects that puck with his body as well as anybody that ever played this game.
And he's so strong with it, Derek.
Yeah,
you know?
He got a tremendous strength in his hands. He knows exactly body weight and position. He's not going to let anybody get to the puck. At this point, he just opted to leap at the puck, and if he slides into the net, it goes with it.
Bruins had a great opportunity here. The puck just wouldn't sit down for Raymond Bork.
Billy O'Dwyer got it, hit the heel of the stick. The New York Ranger defenseman, I think it's Podubny there, misses it, and Ray just didn't get a handle on a bouncing puck.
Of course, Doug Keens unconscious on this one. Right there, got the skate up. I bet you couldn't lift that skate any higher.
Any higher. That's as far as the leg goes. Doesn't dislocate from the hip any higher than that.
You realize this New York Ranger power play unit, the last 7 straight games, at least 2 power play goals a game.
They can score.
Wow.
That's what they're waiting for.
They've got a pretty good-looking group out there.
1:30 left in the period. Bruins back at full strength. 1-1 the score. That save was on a Grodnick by Keens. Puck is iced by the Rangers. 1:16 left. Face-off in the Ranger zone. Boston goal shorthanded by Reed Larson. And for the Rangers, Kelly Kissio, a power play. Boston 20 shots, the Rangers 13.
Don Maloney. Boy, he's a solid all-around player.
Yeah, a good player over the years.
Yes.
He didn't like Herb Brooks' style as a coach. It didn't. He
Didn't gel with his abilities.
Gel with
Herb Brooks.
He's a mucker, this guy.
Yeah, Herb Brooks is the X and O's, the fancy and the finesse. These guys getting paid some serious money out there as opponents to stop that X's and O's.
Duguay and Linsman on the faceoff to the right of Van Beesbrook. Jay Miller and Crowder on the wings. And Linsman is waved out. Puck down. Duguay gets it. Spilled, but the Rangers managed to clear it out. Wesley starting the play. Up from Miller. Back for Wesley. Pass up blocked. Rangers trying to move in, and Maloney winding up with it. For Tenorti. Cleared in around the boards. Maloney battling for it. Now behind the net, Telvin. Fails to clear it out. That light, thin blade of his didn't work to his advantage. Maloney hit by Wesley. Telvin finally able to clear it out. And Greshner just clears it back in. 35 seconds left. It's off to Crowder. Crowder into center ice all the way down to Van Beesbrook. He clears it out and sends it away to Mullen. Mullen fires. Saved by Keens. 20 seconds left. Kuzak. Good pass away to Neely. Up for Linsman. With a break with Miller. Trying to go in. Stopped by the Rangers. 10 seconds left. In deep. Miller. Linsman. Back in front. Shot by Neely. Never reached the net. And Kissio skates it out. Tries to work it in. And as Keens was there and he spills Kissio, the net was missed by Agrodnik, but the period was over before Agrodnik got that away.
Yeah. A pretty good period of hockey. Bruins and Rangers, a little more body, a lot of skating. I'll be interested to see how the tempo is in the third period.
Well, we have to say so. We got to kind of reassess things. That's the way they're playing in that Patrick division.
And with the score, Boston 1 and New York 1, we'll be back with intermission highlights in a moment.
Keens chooses not to field it around the boards, but you're going to have a collision over here. Now, when it bounces up, Middleton, right on his point man like he's supposed to be at this point, finds a Kenny Linsman sweeping up here and just shifts it up to him. When he just fluffs it out the middle to Kenny Linsman, lets it go between his feet. Now he's going to find Wesley coming to the net. At this point, you know, you're going to have Podubny right here, sound asleep. He fully expects that he get the shot away. The defenseman is going to drift across in that direction. A fan shot, and Podubny does nothing over here.
Underway, and a good rush by Patrick, and to set up a play for Maloney. Couldn't get the shot away, and the Bruins break it out. Peterson with Crowder. Good pass to Crowder. Back on the boards. Play check. Peterson fighting for it with Maloney. Trying to get it free as Linsman takes a poke from Duguay. They go at it. And they'll be going out. Ron Duguay and Ken Linsman.
Well, let's hear it for the defense. They're all coming to the defense of Ken Linsman. Ron Duguay took a little bit of an exception, Derek, to Kenny first taking a whack at him and then giving him a little flick of his bick.
Yeah, he didn't like that at all. Well, cause to take exception. I can see that.
What, are you eating ice cream again?
Actually, Duguay threw half a check at him, and I think that surprised everybody. We've seen so very few of them.
Well,
He gets a little bump.
this is coming from Ron Duguay. One of the helmetless few left. Linsman gets the penalty. Well,
I think it's right. I didn't see matching penalties there. Kenny was an instigator in that situation. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to see it again, but Dugay's stick went down, and Kenny kind of took a shot at him above the shoulders, like a half punch.
well, let's see what.
And I don't know if it was the roughing or the stick.
See if a penalty's warranted. Right here, none yet.
Whoop, right there you go,
Uh-oh.
spearing.
That I can see. Wasn't spearing, though, it would have been 5. Give him a little chop. Big kill. Bruins got to go out and get one short-handed here.
Boston short-handed. They have a short-handed goal in the game by Reed Larson, and Kissio scored a power play for the Rangers. 1-1 just underway in the third period, and Lindsman in the penalty box. And Patrick rushes with Kissio, broken up by Ray Bourque. Burridge trying to go back. Deblois gets it away. Bruins check the play. Podupny wraps it in the Boston zone. Keens trying to clear it. Bounces for Casper, and he bounces it out. And back for it is Grunstein. Starts it back. Pass broken up, and it's Bourque breaking it up for Casper over the line. Short-handed bid. Trying to put it in. A shot and a save by Van Beesbrook. Great play by Casper and Burridge. Wesley goes to center ice now as he takes it from Casper. Wesley holding. Killing time again. Around the boards, able to clear it out. And a minute left on the Ranger power play. And again, the Bruins have had about 4 chances shorthanded, and they scored 1. This could be icing if Larson gets there first, and he does. Very smart.
I don't know if the fans watching realize, Derek, how incredibly in sync Casper and Burridge were on that play. I mean, they both had to be thinking the same thing, because the defense did a good job getting back to check Burridge. Randy had to kind of step out from behind, and Casper had to wait for him to make that move.
And that's very astute, Dave. Proud of you. What you got here is Casper looking for Burridge to shake him loose. The defenseman slips, but he's still got no play yet. And then he opts to stay clear, shook him off, and then Stevie found him. Very good, Dave, because that's exactly what they're doing. The two of them do play extremely well together.
O'Dwyer and Middleton now the penalty killers. 48 seconds left on the Ranger power play, and 1-1 the score just underway. Third period, Grodnik works it out. Now to Kissio. Over the line. Stops. Clears in deep. Wesley trying to get it. It's the Rangers keeping it in. Around the boards, Dallin. Now Kissio. Kissio cuts in front. Blocked by Middleton. Loose puck. Bruins skated out. Reed Larson puts a shot on Van Beesbrook from center ice. 15 seconds left on the Ranger power play. Greshner starts it back. Broken up by Raymond Bourque and cleared away. And the penalty just about up. And the best scoring chance was the Bruins. Bruins at full strength. Ronstadt over the line, drop pass, kept in, batted around, and the Bruins break it out. Here comes Burridge. With Neely trailing. Burridge going deep. Stops. Now gives it to Raymond Bourque. Bourque in deep. Trying to center it. Can't. But away comes Nemeth. Back is Kluzak. And Kluzak takes it away from him. Great defensive play. Swings it around to Neely. And Kluzak. Beautiful defensive play. Out comes Bourque from Neely. Back for Neely. Neely over the line. Bearing in. Fires. And a save. Van Beesbrook. He tried to just put it right through his pads. He blistered it from 35 feet. Nemeth winding up. Check. Lost it. Neely a shot and a save. Neely for Casper blocked. Neely fights for it. Duguay gets it and clears it out. And the Bruins had their chances. Ray Bourque in the Boston zone. Trying to move it out. Can't. Kept in now by Dion, and the pass missed by the defenseman Tenorti. Dion winding up. Long clear in goes to Keens. Back comes Telvin. Fires it out into the Ranger zone. Van Beesbrook drives it right up to center ice, and Dion collects. Over the line. Checked by Telvin. Checked by Miller. Miller trying to wheel it out. Does. Stopped by Shaw. Up for Dion. Dion's pass up blocked away from Deblois, and the Bruins control it. Winding up is Wesley. Bruins appear to be going with 5 defensemen as Telvin is paired with Wesley. Wesley starts it away. Up for Telvin, and he's broken up by Dion, and they kind of punch at each other. Wesley, Fortune spilled, and a hooking call on the Rangers, Deblois. Power play Boston, and Dion is yelling at Hall.
Boy, better be careful, too. He bumped into Bob Hall.
You're watching Bruins hockey live from Boston Garden on Nesson.
Lucien Deblois called for hooking at 4:25.
He caught him. It's a legitimate hook. I don't know what he's all upset about.
Bork is on with Kluzak. Ray Bork wearing number 77 as the official 7 of Phil Esposito retired. Kluzak clears it in. Back first, Tenorti. Able to get it up to Duguay. Duguay able to control it at center ice. Sweeps it across. Maloney battling for it. Can't get it. Kluzak winding up. Power play for Boston. 1-1 the score. 5 minutes into the third period. Boston 24 shots. New York 13. Bork clears it in. Ronstadt. Tenorti back. Intercepted. Casper holding. Back for Kluzak. For Casper. In for Sweeney. Couldn't get it to Neely, alone in front briefly. Casper sweeps it back. Bork a shot, save! And Van Beesbroek controls the rebound, and that's been the story for Van Beesbroek. Mostly he's covered those rebounds.
Well, Cam Neely got out in front. The Bruins, the early part of this power play, didn't have anybody out in front. In fact, their last power play, Derek, they didn't have anybody running interference, but Neely was right out in front, although he got pulled away this time, and Van Beesbroek got a good look at it.
He did an excellent shot from Ray Bork to drag and slide like that, and then back against the grain. Got a shot through. When they get through, they're dangerous.
You notice a lot of teams, Bruins come to mind immediately, like to dump the puck in or shoot the puck in and go in after it. But you know Gordy Kluzak making that play on the opening rush. When parallel to the line, all your forwards have to hold up at the line, no momentum going, and there's nobody there to get it.
No offensive thrust, and very easy to field it and just shoot it out. Get it in early, give those forwards a chance to get on it.
Patrick on it, trying to clear it out. Kept in by Bork, right point for Linsman. Linsman in for Burridge. Burridge for Middleton, too hard, and he was open. Middleton back to Bork. Bork into Middleton. Right wing side for Linsman. Intercepted by Duguay. Duguay carries out, gives it to Patrick. At the Boston line, Patrick clears it in deep. 35 seconds left, Boston power play. Terry O'Reilly going with Kluzak and Bork. And a good hit on Nemeth by Kluzak. Bork gets it over the line, on the boards, trying to keep it in. Gets it in deep for Burridge, back for Middleton. All the way across for Kluzak. Kluzak moving deep. Swings it for Bork, but it's outside the line. Bork chased by Donnelly. Loose puck picked up by Shaw. Shaw has a man open, Nemeth, but couldn't get it to him. 5 seconds left on the power play. In the center ice, O'Dwyer. Over the line, the play onside. Moves it in. Cleared away by the Rangers. Iced. And with the score, Boston 1 and New York 1. Let's pause for this message. Boston goal by Reed Larson, short-handed from Wesley and Linsman. Kissio from Breshner, a power play goal in the second period, and that's it. O'Dwyer has been on against Marcel Dion all night long. O'Dwyer got the draw back, and Wesley couldn't reach it. Wesley starts the play. Carter knocking it into the Rangers zone. All Greater Boston line. Sweeney, a good hit in deep. Carter is checked by Patrick. They fight for it. South Boston. Acton. Here's Sweeney trying to put it in front. And Carter is at left wing. Telvin fighting to keep it in. O'Dwyer does into Sweeney. Sweeney wheels out of the zone. Works it. And he's blocked by Van Beesbroek. He made a dazzling move from behind the net. He cut it across in front, and it's knocked away. Sweeney, tremendous moves there. Now Dion wrapping it up, blocked, and it's cleared away. Sweeney right back. Flips it in, the Ranger in. Boy, he looked, with a move, he cut in alone on Van Beesbroek and then was stopped. 28 shots for Boston, 13 for the Rangers, but it's 1-1. Peterson rushing straight ahead. He's broken up, and it bounces to Reed Larson. Larson at the line, checked. Peterson moves it back, stopped. The Rangers clear it in. Kissio hustling in. Keens plays it around for Peterson. Out for Burridge. Can't set up Casper. Rangers come back and breaking in Mullen. Shot, scores! Mullen makes it 2-1 as he beat Keens on the short side.
Broken play, really. Stevie Casper, then Randy Burridge never really got it up with any authority. Casper turned away from it. Bruins thinking offense, really did not pick up. Mullen on the far left, the bottom of your screen. Quick dump pass. Dougie Keens worried about the 5-hole, gives him the short side. Had his legs closed, gave him too much on the short side.
The Bruins have 28 shots, the Rangers 14, and the Rangers lead 2-1. Brian Mullen out of the University of Wisconsin.
Great effort by Sweeney at the other end of the building. Come down, take it. It looks like a pretty harmless play.
Well, brother Joe Mullen will be proud when he sees that in the box scores.
And now the Rangers out in front. Winding up is Lindsman in the center ice. Sweeps it in. Patrick gets the assist. Around the boards, the Bruins battle. And the Rangers get it and clear it out. Nemeth is held off by Miller. Winding up is Ray Bork. A long clear missed will be icing. As Shaw touches it, 11:18 left in the third period. The Rangers in front. Patrick feeding Mullen, and Mullen scoring to make it 2-1.
Dave Shaw started out with Quebec when Michel Bergeron was there and showed a lot of bright promise. Never really fulfilled that great promise. And but Bergeron, I'm sure, felt all along, hey, I think this kid is going to blossom, and I want you to get him. And Phil said, all right, you want him, I'll get him.
And he got him. He's got a great shot, Dave.
Yeah.
I think very offensive, and he's got a good career ahead of him.
Dallin is out at center. On the left wing, Donnelly. On the right wing, Deblois. O'Dwyer for Boston, and it's back for Shaw to save by Keens, and the rebound wrapped high as Donnelly had a chance, and he missed the net. Rangers digging hard, broken up. Bruins clear it out. But back for it is Shaw ahead of Middleton. Just fires it up, and the Rangers work it out safely to Donnelly. Donnelly over the Boston line. The shot is wide of Keens. Keens around for Middleton. Middleton can't clear it out. Donnelly fires it back in. 10:45 left, third period, 2-1 the Rangers. Larson up for Sweeney. Play broken up at center ice. Rangers making quick changes. And into center ice comes O'Dwyer. Good shift. He's over the line. He goes deep. He's poke checked by Patrick. Takes the hit. Middleton with it for O'Dwyer. He's hauled down. Fans want a call. And Bork has to hold it. Away now to Kluzak. Kluzak over the line. And they say O'Dwyer was still in the zone. We're in the third period with the score, the Rangers 2 and the Bruins 1. In the second period, a shorthanded goal by Reed Larson, but Kissio's power play tied it up, and here in the third period, Brian Mullen makes it 2-1 Rangers. Kluzak wraps it in. Burridge digs for it. He's checked. Batted around. Kissio trying to move it out, and the Rangers do, and they break 2-on-1. And this is Brian Mullen. Across and saved by Keens on a Grudnick. Oh, a big stop, and from a 90-degree angle, Mullen puts it in. Keens had stopped a Grudnick, and somehow Mullen from the goal line off to his left puts it in to make it 3-1.
Great effort on Keens' part to make the original save, but he gave it his all to get there. When he gets there, he can't get his balance again. He's turned around and facing the net. Great save there. Now he wanted to get to field that puck, but he falls down. Got a stick caught between his legs. Trips himself, and it bounced off his pad.
Ah, boy. Boy, there's the express elevator from the penthouse to the outhouse. What a great stop that was on Ogrodnik. How he got that right skate over there in time. Ogrodnik kind of just took his time with it, figuring, hey, I own this open net. Keens took it away, only to have the Rangers come back and score on that kind of a shot.
Brian Mullen gets 2 goals, and the Rangers have a 3-1 lead. Keane's out of the net, trying to wrap it up the boards on the dasher. It's knocked away, and Lindsman winding up. Assist to Agrodnik and Kissio at 10:08. And that second score by Mullen.
Yeah,
After Keane's robbed Agrodnik.
The discouraging thing is you say, all right, they're down 3-1, 9:18 to go. All right, now you got to start working a little harder. They've been working hard all night.
They're working very hard. It's been an extremely emotional game. Not many checks, not many hard body checks. But the passing has been frustrated by everybody's covered. Everybody's got their man. In that situation, a little breakout, a little kind of a bouncing puck on the offense.
Bork rushing now. Gets it over the line. Is broken up. And away comes Deblois. Shot over the head of Keanes. Bork takes down a man. Sweeney winding up. He took down Donnelly. Sweeney into center ice. Can't set up Middleton. It's in deep. O'Dwyer going for it. Battling with Tenorti. Rangers come up with it. They lead 3-1. Middleton still battles in deep. Sweeney gets it to Middleton. Back for Sweeney. For O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer trying to swing it in front. Can't do it. Around the boards, Larson keeping it in. Checked. Rangers clear it out. Breaking is Dahlen. Dahlen goes deep on Kluzak. Puts it on net, and Keanes made the stop and fell down. Doug Keanes had a groin injury the other night. And I would say right now he's bothered by that, the way he handled that last shot. He blocked it, but then looked awkward. Let's press in the Rangers zone to keep it in on the boards. 8 minutes left in the game. Rangers work it out to Duguay. Brian Mullen with 2 scores. Breaking a 1-1 tie in the 3rd period. Starting out, 4 men for the Bruins with Casper trailing Westler. Casper going straight ahead. Neely a shot blocked in front, missed. Telvin trying to keep it in, can't. And the Rangers Dion just pokes it to the Boston zone. 3-1, the Rangers lead. Kissio at center ice, snaps it back in the Boston end. Telvin trying to come out. Now Neely winding up. Neely starts it back to Telvin for Casper. Miller is offside, and Jay was looking right at Casper, and that's a bad play by Jay. 7:10 left, 3rd period, and the Bruins trail 3-1. 2 goals by Brian Mullen. It was a 1-1 tie through 2 periods of play. Maloney, the line broken up by Lindsman. The Bruins clear it away. Grandstand checked in the play, and it's stolen by Miller. Miller a shot. High, a save, rebound. And it is Bork, a shot, blocked. Bork, another shot, scores! Raymond Bork makes it 3-2 on about the 3rd rebound in against Van Beesbrook.
Jay Miller shot the original one. Bork got the rebound. Ray's first shot was blocked, and then he stayed. You'll see him really steady it and pick that hole that went after.
Yeah, he was patient, Derek, with the second one. Jay made it happen. Van Beesbrook was surprised by the high shot to begin with, and that's when the excitement began. Now watch Raymond wait. Pull the trigger. Yes, sir. Short side.
Ray Bork's one habit. First goal with number 77. First goal since October 15th. He takes his time here. Found the hole.
Bruins clear it over the Ranger line as they trail now 3-2. 6:40 left. Dahlen rushing for New York. A shot to save by Keanes. Kept in by Deblois. Missed at the point, and out comes Sweeney. Sweeney for O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer faking, shooting. And Beesbrook stops. And an injured player. Donnelly is hurt, and they blow the whistle. And let's see what Hall is calling here. He seemed to be thumbing out Donnelly. I don't know.
Not calling anything. He just missed the call. He's looking to make a face-off out of it. I don't know what happened. Hall says, I don't know what happened, so.
Conley's trying to put all the parts back together again. Make sure he didn't lose any pieces out
He's
there.
got a lot of part there.
I didn't see it, but he went down the heap in front of the Ranger bench. Did you catch who caught him? No?
You can't hear with this. The crowd is really getting into it.
Did you see who hit Conley?
No.
Yeah, it is getting a little loud in here.
Teams at full strength. Rangers lead 3-2. Ray Bourque putting the Bruins within range. 6:24 left. Face off to the right of Van Beesbroek. Casper draws. Wesley shoots. Blocked in front. Rebound, Burridge. Burridge broken up. Kissio works it out. Borogrodnik. Checked by Larson. And at center ice, it's taken over by Mullen, who has 2 goals. And a shot here missed. Rebound is Neely's. Neely looking for Larson. Larson clears it in the Rangers zone wide of Van Beesbroek. Already back. Hit by Neely. Broken up. Burridge fights for it on the boards. A battle there. 3 Rangers, 4 Bruins. And the interception now by Brian Mullen, who has 2 scores for New York. Fires this one over the head of Doug Keynes. Winding up is Talbot. 5:37 left. Bruins back. Burridge over the line. Going deep on Patrick. Stops, cuts, checked. Rangers just ice it. Miller and Crowder get the assists on the goal by Raymond Bourque, number 77. He gave up his 7 number in a ceremony before the game. Gave it to Phil Esposito. The number is officially retired, and Bourque wearing 77. With the score, New York 3, Boston 2. Bruins hockey will be right back. The Rangers, Crowder and Miller on the wings with Lindsman, Bourque, and Talbot. Back to Bourque, left point shot. Deflected off Van Beesbroek into the stands. He let that one go low and hard. Face off to the right of Van Beesbroek, Duguay and Lindsman. John Maloney ready to go right out at Ray Bourque again now. If Lindsman can get him the draw.
Miller's going to have to cut off Maloney.
Miller had the puck, lost it. Crowder is held off. That's Shaw. Up the boards. Telvin trying to keep it in, and Duguay works it out. And he is going out for a penalty. Duguay holding.
Ron Duguay, very foolish. He saw Kenny Lindsman, thought he was going to get wrapped. Had the height, had the leverage, just grabbed him around the head, threw him down.
Well, Michel Bergeron has changed cities, but he has just as much affection for this building as he had when he was behind the Quebec bench.
Here, Duguay is looking to get hit. He let the puck go and everything. Now he's just going to jump him.
I don't think he meant to grab him the way he did, Derek.
Yeah, I think so, David. When you got Kenny Lindsman instigating all the time, Duguay was looking for a stick up, got him. Now it's too late. Resentment hits you and you figure maybe I'll get away with it. Took a cheap shot and didn't work.
Now, Ron argued it. I mean, no doubt about it. That's a holding call. I don't think that's what he had in mind when he left his skates.
Ronnie Duguay, very popular in New York.
Yeah, they were unhappy to see him leave and go to Pittsburgh. And first opportunity, Espo got him back. He's a good man in that town and good man in that clubhouse.
Neely gets it off for Kluzak. He's over the line in deep. Drops it for Neely. Neely checked on the boards, battling for it, trying to keep it in, trying to get a handle. And it goes loose to Greshner, and Greshner clears it. Bruins are on a power play. 4:48 left in regulation. The Rangers lead 3-2. Bourque carries out. Checked. He flips it in to the backboards. Neely around the boards on the dasher. Tough play for Kluzak. He bats it up. Still battling for it. All on the boards, though. In deep. Casper fighting for it. Now it's taken by Nemeth. Can't clear it out. Kept in by Bourque. For Neely. For Lindsman. Lindsman in front. It is Casper. Fired it across and didn't work. Bourque for Kluzak. Back for Bourque. Lets it go and missed the net. The long rebound kept in by Lindsman. Lindsman holding. clips it. He's taken out of the play. He lost it. And it's cleared by Deblois. 50 seconds left. Boston power play. They trail 3-2. Ray Bourque, he's played a lot of hockey here tonight. A lot of minutes on the ice. Stays out there in the power play, and the Rangers at center ice batted around. Now Bourque starts at the line. He's broken up on the play. Crowder off for Sweeney. Sweeney over the line. In deep. Gets it to Middleton. Scores! Rick Middleton from Bob Sweeney ties it on a power play at 3.
You want to see something here? Bob Sweeney found Ricky Middleton. He laid a nice pass out to him, however, a tiny bit high. Ricky closed both feet, bounces off his foot.
Derek, I think he bounced that off one skate and off his stick about logo high.
Let's see if he gets his stick on it. Great play by Sweeney. He's looking. He finds Middleton at this point. Ricky closes both feet. Popped it in the air, picked it out of the air.
That was chest high. Watch it. This angle will show you just how high that puck came off the skate. Watch where he gets it in midair. Look at it. Now come up. Chest high. In fact, did Rick get it or did the defenseman, Tenorti?
Tenorti might have touched it.
Yeah. This angle will tell us.
Goes out there. Now it's in the air.
Oh, that's Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky got it.
Oh, boy, that's the magic show right there. Now you see it, now you don't. Yeah.
The Rangers are arguing, but it was not a stick over the shoulder.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, he's already been prepared for disappointment in this building, and he says, oh, come on, it can't be happening again. This can't happen again. Now watch it, the stick is not above the shoulder.
No, it's a good play. Great play by Bob Sweeney to find Middleton. However, the puck never really got back down on the ice. A little too hard. Hits him in the feet, bounces up. Now at this point, Ricky reaches.
He's only got it at his waist.
But fluffed it and kept it high.
It is 3-3. Middleton, whose birthday is tomorrow. Crowder and Sweeney assisting. Rangers back. Agrodnik, a shot. Saved by Keens. And the puck is cleared out. Boy, Agrodnik had a scoring bid there. As we have 3:15 left now in regulation. The game tied at 3. Rick Middleton, ex-Ranger.
Now, Agrodnik's
Ricky
beginning.
Middleton is. This is no easy chance for Keens. Top of the circle, he just drifted it. Dougie looking to shut off the 5-hole, not wanting to get beat between the legs.
You say Ogrodnik's beginning to get a little bit comfortable now in his surroundings down in New York. It's always tough to adjust to new teammates, new building. They're counting on him for some offense. And look, he was looking for goal number 8 on that shot.
Rick Middleton will be 34 tomorrow. Over the Boston line, Wesley starts it back. Pass looking for Middleton. He's checked on it. Larson is checked. Kissio with it. And it's offside as Agrodnik started to bear in.
John Agrodnik just jumped a tiny bit early on that. He anticipated getting the puck. He wanted to be in cold.
Well, you tell me where the Rangers have been all night. Now they're playing with intensity and aggressiveness and carrying the play. And really, when it goes to 3-3, and they loaf for 2 periods.
Well, I didn't think at any time they loafed, Fred, but what they did is they played pretty conservatively. They didn't, at this point, you got the New York Rangers thinking, there's only 10 minutes left. An extra effort will do something.
Well, they are well rested for it. Over the line, O'Dwyer in. A shot. Save Van Beesbrook holding the short side. Popped in front by Sweeney. Back it goes to Bourque. Shot. Deflected. It's loose. And the Rangers, Tenorti able to clear it away. Will be icing. 2:35. The shots are 35 for Boston, 19 for the Rangers. We're in the 3rd period. The score of Boston 3 and New York 3. 35 left. Regulation. We're tied at 3. Linsman with Miller on the left. Crowder on the right. Bourque back. Bourque moving in deep. Swings to the corner, holds it, puts it in front. Shot! Save on Keith Crowder by Van Beesbrook. Didn't get really good wood on it, but a beautiful pass from Bork, who is back to his 35-40 minutes play.
And playing much better for it, Fred.
Great setup. Boy, you couldn't ask for a better opportunity with the game on the line. Down the home stretch, Raymond waiting, looking, but look at that puck bounce.
Just bounced. Miller opted for the rebound there, and Van Beesbrook took exception to it.
Well, good bit. I mean, he tried to time it, tried to catch it on the short hop, tried to time it as the puck hit the ice, tried to have the stick hit the ice at the point of impact. Almost pulled it off.
Lensman out with Miller and Crowder. Telvin and Wesley now for Boston. 3-3 the score. Another shot out there. They're approaching 40. 36 for the Bruins. 20 for the Rangers. Ryan Mullen with 2 scores. Kissio a power play. And it's back for Telvin. Shot in a screen. Save. Puck loose. Save on the backhander by Crowder. Bruins had 2 there. Around the boards. Telvin trying to keep it in. Can't. Out to center ice. Stop. Telvin. Crowder. And it's tied up, and the Bruins had 2 shots there. There's the number. 7 is retired. Ray Bork is wearing 77. And never
He's had a second
better.
career. Never played better. A great night to start with a new number.
Oh, he's doubly effective. 2
Sure,
sevens on
double.
there. He has scored a goal. Clears it in for Neely. It was missed, but no icing. Burridge is there for Casper.
Shot away. Van Beesbrook has been going down all night. Can't get across the sprawling net.
How about that scoring powerhouse, Steve Casper?
Right here, he jumps in, backhands it in the open net. Came in, he tied up 2 guys in front of the net. Great play by Burridge to Casper. Never did get to Van Beesbrook.
The Bruins have rallied from a 3-1 deficit in the 3rd period to lead 4-3. 2 minutes left.
You got to give the crowd, Fred, a lot of credit for not giving up. They stayed on top of this one.
Rangers keep it in. Brian Mullen broken up by Bork now around the boards, and he drops it down to the Ranger end. Van Beesbrook clears it up out of the zone, and fighting for it, Kissio to clear it in deep. Back for it, Raymond Bork, who seems to have played all the game for the Bruins. Bork works it up, not out. And it's Patrick, a shot, and he missed the net. Breshner fires in. Ricochets around. Van Beesbrook, part of the way out. Shot by Patrick, missed. The rebound taken by Sweeney. O'Dwyer cleared it away as he's tripped on the play. 1:15 left. We'll keep an eye on Van Beesbrook. Ogrodnik comes back. Dion clears it in. Dropped off now to Wesley. And he clears it out all the way to Van Beesbrook. 1:04 left. He has to stay in. Rangers trying to work it out. 4-3 Boston. Puck at the Boston line. Wesley takes over. Wesley holding, clears it away. It goes wide. It is Linsman. Offside pass ruled on Linsman from Wesley, and 47 seconds left in regulation. Boston leads 4-3. The go-ahead goal by Steve Casper. Casper was set up by Burridge.
Bork, no?
And by Raymond Bork. Who else? It was Bork who fired it in around the boards, and Burridge prevented the icing.
Burridge prevented the ice. Now, it was Ray shot a little early because Randy was moving. He noticed that out of the corner of his eye. Got it in there. It's the speed of Burridge. Jumped on it. Made the play to Casper.
Van Beesbrook is out. Let's see who calls a timeout. Michel Bergeron. The Bruins were down 3-1 and 2 goals by Brian Mullen in the third period, and they've rallied back. And now the timeout by the Rangers, and that's a break for Boston. And Raymond Bourque back to the 35-minute plus category, and that's when he's at his best.
Well, you mentioned earlier, Fred, they'd gone to 5 defensemen, which was really, you know, Ray Bourque almost triple shifted. He took Peterson one time, Larson another, Kluzak another. He doubled Kluzak and Bourque back, and then he opted to go to every other shift with, you know, Alan Peterson. Pretty well Larson played together with Wesley.
It's one of the most unusual goals you'll ever see.
Never hits the ice.
Never hits the ice after he makes this pass. There it goes.
That caught Ricky Middleton, who hustled both feet together to take the bulk of it.
And here is Casper, the shot, and he put in the rebound of the Bruins. Now Van Beesbroek is out. Everybody out for New York, as they have Mullen, Ogrodnik, Duguay, Kissio, Dion, and Patrick. Important face-off. Patrick wraps it in. Centered by Dion, knocked away. Kluzak in the corner, trying to move it out. It pops in the air. Rangers Kissio kept it in. Poked behind the net. Middleton trying to clear it out along the boards. It's wrapped up. Middleton trying to get it on the boards. Fought for it. And Bourque battling for it. It goes loose to Kissio. Kissio holding in the corner. Now puts it across. Blocked and cleared away by the Bruins. We're down to 20 seconds left. And maybe icing. It is, but they had to clear it. We're down to 16 seconds left. The faceoff will be to the right of Doug Keens. Boston leads 4-3. As down 3-1. Raymond Bourque made it 3-2. Rick Middleton from Sweeney made it 3-3. Steve Casper from Burridge and Bourque made it 4-3 Boston. Boston 40 shots. The Rangers 20. Bruins leading 4-3, and now O'Reilly calls a timeout.
Terry wants a timeout. You know, what they want to do here is set up the face-offs. Your assignment's man on man. Centerman pick up the centerman. The two wingers go to the points. That extra body, somebody's got to pick it up, so one guy's going to have to play two. Not to lose track of communications and overshift on somebody who isn't the open man.
Steve Casper will take the face-off. Raymond Bourque out there and Rick Middleton, Linsman and Kluzak, and Doug Keens, of course, in the nets. The Rangers are down 4-3. They looked like they had it wrapped up when Mullen knocked in his second in the third period from a 90-degree angle to make it 3-1. Their first goal was scored by Kissio for Boston. The first goal scored in the second period, we're looking at Michel Bergeron, was scored by Reed Larson, shorthanded. Face-off now to the right of Keens, lining up the players again. Casper, Linsman, Bourque, Kluzak, and Middleton. And for New York, it will be Duguay taking the face-off. Ogrodnik is out there. Kissio, Marcel Dion, Brian Mullen, and the lone point man with an excellent shot is Patrick. And he got a couple away on the last face-off. The extra man on for the Rangers since the goaltender is out. But the teams are at full strength. Rick Middleton, who tied it up with a spectacular goal, now aligning everybody.
Middleton wants Kluzak in front of the net. Pick up that extra body with his range and size. Middleton's got Ogrodnik.
The key is the draw. Duguay and Casper. It's down. Bourque fights for it. Clears it up the boards. And not out. Rangers keep it in. It bounces for Ogrodnik. Pass in deep. Kluzak battling for him. Centering. Pass blocked. Middleton clears it out. 3, 2, 1. Bruins win the game. Bruins with a comeback. 3 goals in the third period. Surround Dougie Keens and salute number 77, a new player on defense.
Bruins made a deal, got a new Ray Bourque.
And they win the game with a marvelous comeback in the third period as they outshot the Rangers 40-20. They certainly deserved the victory, and they came back with goals by Bourque, by Middleton, and by Casper to win it. The final score is Boston 4 and New York 3. Stay tuned for our Polaroid Bruins instant replay.